Welcome to American Blacksmith, or Blacksmithing as I sometimes say. You people know what I'm talking about. In our last video we looked at an anvil collection, and we thought we'd go ahead and do a video that we've been planning on, and that's my anvil. Okay, this is the main anvil that I use. It's a Kolshawa, made in Sweden. It's 103 kilograms or 226 pounds. Double horned anvil. We have the rounded one here and the square here. An upset block. The reason I cut a V in here is to avoid a buildup of ground up slag that comes off your forged metal and gathers underneath the anvil, and it'll tend to act as graphite and move your anvil around. So I've got this V here to prevent that buildup under here, and it's a handy spot to put. The hold downs are made from 3/4 round. They go about 3 inches down into the block, and they're easy to reheat and adjust if you need to tighten it up. These are some of the tools here that we want immediate access to. We've got spring fullers. We've got a center punch, use all the time. I've got a gauge here for the thickness of metals. These are commonly used tools around the anvil, so I like to keep them mounted so I can get them in and out. Here's a cone. It's in the hardy hole. I've got a brass hammer here to keep from dulling up my sharp hardies. So when I'm cutting through hot metal, I'm not damaging this edge. This is a flatter that we use for straightening and for stretching out material. This is a series of hardies that go in the hardy hole of the anvil. This is a round hardy. And we have a couple different kinds of cutoff hardies. One is straight, and another one is what we call a butcher, which will leave a flat side on the cutoff.
Go.
For example, this hardy is to cut off the ends of horseshoes. That'll leave a nice bevel. Here's the cutoff, like so. And it'll leave this nice edge. A few more hardies to show. Here's a little cone hardy here. And this one is what I call a half oval. And you can use this for bending material cold or hot. This is what we call a butcher wire brush block. It's very thick, heavy bristles for removing heavy slag. This wire brush isn't near as heavy as the butcher brush. But I've got a magnet here in this position, so it's easy to set down. This is a hold down made from a tire iron. Hold material in place. These are commonly used hammers. Rounded Farrier hammer with a flat side. Another rounded, smaller Farrier's type hammer with a flat. This is a 12-pound sledge, cross peen. We wanted to finish up today's video by showing a couple anvils that you can either make at home or try to find one commercially. We showed this little anvil hardy in a previous video. I don't know who makes them, but we're going to be making some bicks and small anvils on the power hammer. A lot of you folks may have heard of making your own anvils out of railroad ties. This was the first anvil I made out of a small narrow gauge rail. This is what I call a stake anvil, popular with farriers. And you can make one of these out of a piece of grater blade or road scraper blade. And I use this thing on a regular basis. Use this when I'm working on horseshoes, and also when we're doing assembly of large gates and lamps, and I just need one little adjustment. I can bring this right up to the main piece. Now, I don't know who manufactures these, but they are made in the USA. Thanks for watching American Blacksmith, and we wanted to thank again Dr. Ryan Redinger, scientist extraordinaire, who took the photos of our Santa Fe window grills. Dr. Ryan started working here in the blacksmith shop as a teenager, and now he's back in the state of New Mexico, and we're going to see about doing some videos together. We'll see you next time when we hammer out another video.